Want to hear something really interesting? I did a meditation with people who know nothing about Krishna consciousness. And in this meditation I said, imagine when you were a kid, so that like your 5-year-old, imagine in your 5-year-old body, you're looking in the mirror, imagine that. And we take them through their whole life. All the way into the future until they're like 90. These are like 20-year-olds. It's like, imagine you're 90, you're looking in the mirror. What do you look like at 90? So taking them, just so they can realize you're not the body, you're the observer, you're consciousness, you're aware. And we take it to the thoughts, be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your emotions, just so you can see you're observing, right? And then we take them to the deathbed and say, imagine you've just died, and you're laying on a bed and you're looking at your body down from your bed. And you, as a spiritual being, who are full of light, knowledge, eternal, blissful, amazing, luminous, are looking at you. It's pretty heavy. It's all silent, nobody's talking. And I say, now it's time to come back into your body. Because I don't want to leave them outside their body, they may walk out crazy. Right? Where's my body? That never happened. It could possibly happen. But anyway, they come back in their body, and then we ask them to share. You know what most of them said? They said, I did not want to come back into my body. It was so good being unencumbered. Isn't that interesting? So I think it's a beautiful thought, when those desires you have that you wish you didn't have, right? But it's just, I wish I didn't have this because it's just like it's getting in the way right now. But you remember, if I were spirits, I didn't have a body, I wouldn't have it. But because I have a body, I fulfill it. I fulfill it in a way that is not going to be harmful for me, materially, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. That's the idea. You can't deny it. I mean, if you're more evolved, you don't have to deny it, you just don't have it. There's no denying. There's only transcendence. There's no detachment without elevation. It's like when you try to deny and detach and you're down here, it doesn't work. You have to fulfill it in a way that it doesn't create a problem for you. When you're higher, you don't have that battle because you've transcended it. So when you're here, you've got to deal with it. You can't, if you pretend you're here when you're here, it doesn't work. Because you'll crash. You've seen that, right? You ever done that one? You think you're up here, but you're not. You'll always fall back down to where you are. So you might as well just deal with it here, whatever it is. Just deal with it. It's not, maybe you call it your shadow, whatever. But you have to deal with it. You can engage it. You can engage your chocolate ice cream, whipped cream, and cherries and walnuts in Krishna's service by offering it to him. I don't know about the cherries. They're probably full of junk. Yes. Is that okay, or you have more questions?
That was great. Could I ask one follow-up question?
Yeah. Yes.
Everything you said makes sense, but sometimes I wonder why must we at some point attempt to deny these desires? It's I don't know that I have desires I wish I didn't have. I just have desires that I have. I wish I was at the point where I wish I didn't have them, but I can't relate to not wanting these desires. I just have them.
What I understand what you're saying. What I meant is I want to be Krishna conscious to this life ASAP. And I have these other desires that are okay, I want to go this way, but this desire is over here, so I have to go up to rest stop and, go to the toilet and take care of that back. I'm getting late, I don't know if you're ever driving with people and you want to get somewhere and they're can I go to the bathroom? Can you hold it in? No, I can't. This is getting in the way of my trip because I want to get there in 2 hours. So it's not bad that you have to go to the bathroom. It's just, I wish I didn't. That's what I meant. But if it is who you are, it is who you are. And it's not bad in that sense. It's only bad relative to the goal of pure bhakti. This is my aspiration. But if I'm okay with who I am now, it's not a problem. It's just it would be nice not to have to go to the bathroom. Is that okay?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We'll call this lecture, give it the title, if you put it online. It would be nice if I didn't have to go to the bathroom. No one's going to watch it. Or maybe everyone will watch it. Yes?
So I'm thinking about, like, when we,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking about, and this might be too elementary, and so I apologize in advance if this is just like too basic, but,
I'll make it complicated, don't worry.
awesome. So we're in talking about the material body. Some of us, like myself and many others in this room, like we work with people who are born into bodies, material bodies in this lifetime that aren't going to grant them the opportunity to practice bhakti at all. Like for me, like I work with very, very brain damaged children.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, have relatives that were born like this. They just didn't even have a chance in this lifetime. And so I think for me, I'm trying to figure out like what is the point for them in this lifetime? Like, why did they choose this body? Like, because obviously something in the last life made them choose a body like that in this life. Why do I get a body in this life that allows me to even think about becoming Krishna conscious,
Well,
is there a
yeah.
perspective that you can offer for situations like that?
Understanding karma is it's so nuanced. And there's a lot of subtleties, so we could speak in general terms. Well, it's not like they chose that directly. But it's like, why do I have this body? Why does it look like this? Why do I have everything that goes with the body? You could say I chose it, but a lot of it was what I did that created it. So indirectly I chose it by my actions, but I wasn't conscious that I was creating. Like for example, I grew up by the beach and I used to surf. And surfing is very addictive. And at one point in my life it was like every day. And it was like, I had to be in the ocean every day. So I joke with the surfer and I said, it's like, it would just be better if you're a dolphin, then you don't have to like come out of the land, and, you don't have to go to work, All the surfers are doing construction jobs and surfs, there's no construction going on. Did you know that? And so I was with Srila Prabhupada, and he said the surfers will become fish in their next life. And I was a surfer, and so I wasn't consciously deciding to be a fish, but I was acting in a way that would produce it. Maybe not the exact example of what you're talking about, but it's not that they were desiring to be in that condition, but something caused it to happen. Something they did, or something, sometimes you can't even guess, you can't even know. Maybe it's something their mother did, or who knows, there's something in them. You can't say. Maybe they know why, but you can't always know why. All you could know is that there's some reaction for what you do, and it's meant to push you away from sinful activities, to do the right thing, because you'll suffer if you don't, and suffering is a great motivator. So that's like the best we can do. Something they did cause that, but it doesn't mean maybe they can't practice Krishna consciousness, but it doesn't mean they can't get it through hearing the holy name or taking prasadam or something like that. And I know many autistic, maybe not many, but I know autistic children, and when I look at them, I think they live in the Krishna conscious world better than anybody. And I thought, well, maybe, they were so entangled in their last life. They said, Krishna, please don't let me get entangled in my next life. And Krishna said, okay. You're not going to be able to get entangled. You just won't be able to do it. You don't have the capacity. Or, I mean, this is a little speculative. These are just things that I think of. That maybe I have some karma to work out before I can go to a higher level, and I have to take this birth and go through this. And it's just on my way to get higher. It's possible. Because in the light of eternity, this life, even if it's 100 years and you're suffering, it's actually not much. It just seems like a lot from our perspective, but it's not. And so, we don't know what people have done. But for us as devotees, we want to help people equally, no matter what they've done. And we don't really judge them because we don't really know. And I mean, there's so many bad things going on in the world, and people are doing so many bad things. So those people have to get some karma for it. All the cows that are killed, all the babies that are aborted, all the wars. Somebody's doing that, and someone's going to suffer for it. And how they'll suffer, it's hard to say. I mean, you don't know. Was he a military man that shot someone in the head, and then his next life is? This is difficult. Probably the most difficult thing in our philosophy is to see how these bad things can be good. To ultimately see Krishna's mercy or love in the bad. It's really hard. But at least in our lives, at least with the devotees I know, there's two things that happen when things are difficult. You get closer to Krishna or you run away. You lose faith. But the difficulties were meant to bring us closer, because sometimes we can only go so far unless we're pushed. And I teach japa retreats and workshops, and many, many devotees have told me in many, many parts of the world that my best rounds were during the time when I was suffering the most. Because I was so dependent on Krishna. And so I think we understand like if we don't have a little push, we'll only go so far for something. Krishna will push us. So that's how we understand it for ourselves, for other people. For us as devotees, let's give the mercy to an animal. Hare Krishna animal. Here's some prasadam. There's a devotee in Austin. He has a root. He takes care of 1,000 trees. He gives them maha water. He's got a root of maha water. And he feeds ants with honey prasadam. Instead of piles of ants around my house, he'll feed them honey. Good idea. Takes me a lot of work to feed 1,000 trees. I could feed 1,000 ants in about 1 foot square area. So that's our attitude. So we can bless them. I had a disciple, and he's a doctor, and he helped assist the birth of so many children. I think he was an intern. He had to do so many children, it's like 103. And so the first thing when they came out, Hare Krishna, for every single child. It was like writing, I'm at 54 now. 54 kids heard the holy name the first thing they heard. So our attitude is whatever their karma is, we want to make their future better and help them. And if that's the situation, we can just pray, Krishna, please give them some understanding, help them. We don't know why. I mean, karma's not as black and white as it's meant to look at. To meant to think, like, why did Draupadi suffer? Why didn't Krishna protect her? What was that? Was that her karma? Krishna said no, it was the fault of the people that were abusing her. It wasn't her karma. They did the wrong thing. So sometimes it looks like your karma, but it's actually somebody doing the wrong thing. You were abused. Is that your karma? Did you abuse somebody? Maybe they just abused you. Because their parents abused them. You don't know. It's too complicated. So. But we can all use suffering as an impetus to move forward, for sure. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to be here this evening and sharing your wisdom with all of us. And I have a follow-up question for a point that you just mentioned a couple minutes ago. You said that it's very difficult to see Krishna's mercy and see Krishna's hand in challenging situations that we face in our lives or whatever cards that we're dealt with. So although I strongly believe that Krishna has a plan for each and every one of us, and he has the full 360-degree view, so we have to have that faith in him. But although that is a belief, it's still sometimes practically hard to apply the concept that you mentioned of, okay, everything is his mercy, it's all for the good. So how do we, can you please offer some more perspective on how we can practically apply that?
So a lot of things to be said. I don't think it's a belief for many of us. I think it's just an understanding. Because if it were a belief, it wouldn't be a problem. Because if it were a belief, then no matter what happens, it would just go Krishna's mercy. Something. Either I deserve it, or Krishna. It's always Krishna loves me no matter what, and there's something to learn from this. And I have trained myself. I think I was born this way, actually. I like whatever happens, I just think it can't be bad because Krishna loves me, even though it looks bad. And I think that's the way out. Like in the moment, I don't understand. In the moment, I could go with this idea, Krishna, why did you do this to me? I'm your devotee. I don't deserve it. But I don't. I go, Krishna, you love me. I'll have to see. I know there's something good in this. I don't know what it is, but it'll show up. It really, what I think is, now I think I'm certain it is, if we believe that Krishna loves us in our heart, if we feel it, not just in our head, if we feel it, then when the bad thing happens, you'll always feel it with Krishna's love. Krishna said, okay, so I had a last September, 15th, on September 25th, I had a heart surgery. And there were complications, like a few of them, and it was not easy. And I did so many realizations that I could never have gotten any other way. Like realizations that are permanently tattooed in my brain. Like, wow. Thank you, Krishna, for putting me through that. So, here's a little drama for you. It's fictitious drama. You go back to Godhead, you meet Krishna, and you ask him this question. You say, Krishna, I'm your devotee. I don't understand. I had a relationship with this man, he was abusive. I got fired from my job right at the point, like a week after I just bought a house. You go down your whole list of things. And I'm just trying to serve you, and every day I chant, and I just do why did you do that? Krishna's going to say, you know why you're here right now? And he'll say, no, why? I say, because I did that. So because if I didn't do that, you may have become very attached to your house and your job and your comfort and all of that. And I made you a little uncomfortable because I saw that you weren't becoming detached with your own spiritual practice, so I did it for you. But you misunderstood and you thought I didn't love you. But that was how I loved you. I think that's good to think of that. But the real answer to this question is to embody within our hearts the reality that Krishna loves us, because if you feel that 24/7, no matter what happens, this is what Krishna wants, we'll go for it. And Krishna is going to give me the strength to deal with it. He's given me the knowledge to deal with it. He's given me everything I need to deal with it. Okay, how about this one? Because this is such a good topic. How about this one? how do you learn? Okay, listen to this. Probably the most difficult situation in our life to tolerate is death. I think in general, unless you're like almost been killed in military or something, probably it's going to be the most difficult thing. Because, you lose something now, somebody cheats you and you lose some money, it's difficult. Or, you get foreclosed, you lose your house, or your wife or husband leaves you, you get divorced. It's like devastating. You lose your job, devastating. Your car gets in an accident the day after you bought it, it's devastating. Kind of death, you lose everything. All of that and more. So what could be more difficult than that? Right? Do you agree? It's gotta be. It's gotta be the most difficult situation. So listen to this, it's really important. If we have not practiced tolerance in this life when we come to death, we are not prepared for it. We won't be able to do it. Those who practice tolerating all these difficulties in life, when they're dying, they're like, this is a piece of cake. I've tolerated so much all my life. This is not a problem. Right? So Krishna goes, okay, here, I'm going to give you some chances. Here is this nasty boss. Here's this nasty coworker. Here's this crazy driver. Here's this friend who didn't pay you back when you loaned the money. Here's this person that you confided in that told everybody. And on and on. And Krishna's saying, yeah, I did all that. So you can learn to be tolerant. Because if I don't do that, how can you practice tolerance? Well, what about this person you sent to hurt me? How could you learn to forgive if I didn't? Right. Now what about this next door neighbor that had so much more than I did? Everything went good. How are you going to practice to be non-envious and supportive of someone who's better than you unless I send somebody? So it's all like, so if you see it that way, then it's like this world is just a gem. It's a gem for getting ready to die. That's all it is. And everything we complain about are all the things we need to face. And Krishna says in the Gita, well, don't be disturbed by duality, happiness, distress, loss, gain, victory, defeat. Okay, how do you practice that? I'll throw you a victory, I'll throw you a defeat, I'll throw you a loss, I'll throw you a gain. That's how you practice it. So we shouldn't run away from it, but when Krishna throws it, we're going, yes, I'll catch the ball, I'll throw it back. That's the way to see it. Does that make sense? Yes. But ultimately, we have to see all that as Krishna's love. And love, Krishna loves me is an idea that we need to feel it in our heart. If you feel Krishna's love, you're good to go.
Can I ask a follow-up?
Yeah.
So you were saying that one of the keys is to embody that into our hearts, that it's all Krishna's love. So is it mainly through chanting the holy name, hearing, chanting, listening, all of that?
Not necessarily. If you don't love yourself, it's really hard to think that Krishna will love you. Isn't it? So that can just be a psychological block right off. So I could be chanting like that, but I come from a religion where God's going to send you to hell if you don't. So it's like, well, God really loves me, but He could send me to hell if I do the wrong thing. So there's so much in there that could block it, and there's also false logic that can block it. How could Krishna love me because I'm not good? And why would He want to? It doesn't make sense to my logical mind. So there's so many ways we can convince ourselves that He doesn't love us. But the easiest way is just to accept it, because Prabhupada says He loves us even if we don't love Him. And look around you. How are you living? If Krishna didn't love you, why is He giving you air and sun and food? If Krishna didn't love you, why did He come and speak Bhagavad Gita? If Krishna didn't love you, why did He send Prabhupada? If Krishna didn't love you, why did He make any arrangement for you to even meet Him? You just go down the list. You have no evidence to prove He doesn't love you. And the last thing that's so important is not for us to decide if He loves us. That's His decision, not yours. Right? I don't think God loves me. Well, that's not your decision, because you're not Him. You know, I don't think my mother loves me. Well, just go ask her. You know, I asked her and she said she did. So, you know, it's your own, you know, subjective view. Yes. I have some God loves me affirmations somewhere, maybe on my YouTube channel. Somewhere you could look for it. Or I have a pen drive there, and it's got all my music, and it's got lots of self-care and self-love affirmations. It's got guided meditations and all that good stuff. So after we finish, you can buy them all. And I have books. I have a book on self-care affirmations. Did you read that? That's really good. So we'll do one more kirtan, right?
We have one more question.
Okay.
Sorry. No.
I'm supposed to finish by 8:20, is that the idea? Or I'll never be invited back again.
We can go a little. We can go a little.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. So you mentioned that you felt different when you were in Vrindavan, and you also kind of said that people who went there who did not know about Vrindavan felt different. It was due to the mercy of Radharani. So how do we constantly feel that even though we don't stay in Vrindavan?
Yeah, well, thinking of Radharani in a Maha Mantra, understanding that we approach Krishna through Radha, always asking for her mercy, for her grace, meditating, chanting Radha, just like in Vrindavan. If you've been to Vrindavan, you know everything is Radhe Radhe. And of course, Prabhupada would say Hare Krishna. You know why he didn't say Radhe Radhe? He said, because when you say Radhe Radhe, you only attract Krishna, because he's attracted to Radha. When you say Hare Krishna, you attract both Radha and Krishna. Isn't that interesting? There was a bird, like a parrot. If a parrot wanted Krishna to hold him, or a pigeon or something, I forget. Maybe someone knows the story. So he would sit outside this temple. Maybe it's a peacock. He'd sit outside the temple and go, Krishna, Krishna. And Krishna, when he'd come out the temple, he wouldn't do anything. He didn't know why, and his friend said, go ask Radharani. So he went to Radharani's place in Ashram and said, Krishna, Krishna. She immediately picked him up, and he understood, oh, I have to go chant Radha. And Krishna picked him up. So if you say Krishna, Radha's attracted. You say Radha, Krishna's attracted. So we say Hare Krishna. Both. But think of Radha in the Maha Mantra. And Radha is Krishna's compassion. And like that. Okay? I have a prize. I have something for you. Do you have more questions? Yeah?
No, we should chant. We should chant.
So this is Bhagavad Gita. I'm going to sing Bhagavad Gita. Can I sing Bhagavad Gita in English? So you can sing with me. Just sing for a few minutes, and then the kirtan is the same melody. Always think of me. This is 1864, I think. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer your obeisance, worship me, bow down to me, and you will come to me without fail. I promise you this, because you're my devotee. You know that. So, in answer to your question, no matter what happens, if you always think of Krishna, become his devotee, bow down to him and offer and worship him, he promises you will come to him. So it'll be worth it. You just tolerate it, and it'll be worth it. And he says that you will come to me without fail. And just in case you don't believe me, I promise. You know, I say, I'll do. You ask me. Anisha says, will you come back? And I say, I will come back to Pittsburgh without fail. And Anisha's like, really? I promise. So Krishna says, you come to me without fail. Really? Me? Like I could go? I promise. So we'll sing it. It's so beautiful to sing it. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and bow down to me, and you will come to me without fail, and I promise you this. because you are my very dear friend. You want to try to sing it? You can play the drum. Always think of me because my devotee. Worship me and bow down to me. Come to me. I promise you this. I promise you this. Because you are my very dear friend. Always think of me because my devotee. Worship me and bow down to me when you will come to me. I promise you this. I promise you this. Because you are my very good friend. I sang it wrong. Anyway, let's try it again. Everyone, always think of me. Because my devotee. Worship me and bow down to me when you will come to me without fail, without fail. And I promise you this, because you are my very dear friend. So let's everyone try it. Always think of me, because my devotee. Worship me and bow down to me. You will come to me without fail, without fail. Why? Because you are, what are you? My very dear friend, my very dear friend. That's why you come to me. All of you are Krishna's friends. Because you are my very dear friend, my very dear friend. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, One more time, everyone together. Last time. Together. Always become my devotee. Worship me. I bow down to thee, and you will come to me. I promise you this, I will fail, because you are my very dear friend, and I promise you this, because you are my very dear. One more time. And I promise you, because you are my very dear friend. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Mridanga player ki jai.
Grace Mahatma Prabhu ji ki.
Accordion player ki jai. Control players ki jai. Cooks ki jai. Mahaprasad ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tulsi Devi ki jai. Sri Gauranitai ki jai. Jagannath Swami ki jai. Sisi Radha Krishna ki jai.
Who's doing Nashing? Are we doing Nashing? Nashing of this? Who's singing?
We'll sing the Sri first. Do you want to sing?
Okay, Kritika is here.
Kritika, please. Go ahead.
You want to play on one?
Oh, you just, okay.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Hare Krishna. So at this time we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to His Grace Mahatma Prabhuji for coming to Pittsburgh, coming to Kirtan Center. Actually, Prabhuji has been a great source of inspiration to hundreds and thousands and tens and thousands of devotees all across the globe through his japa reflections, meditations, and guidances, and the workshops that he has been doing to help all those who are sincerely trying to connect with the holy name. Right? So, all these years, Prabhuji has been helping so many of us like that, and I'm personally also a recipient of his mercy like that. His japa meditations has really helped my sadhana, and I just can't believe that Prabhuji is here with us in Pittsburgh today. I feel that this is the perfection of all the kirtans that we have done over the years, that now he is here with us, and all the amazing guidance he gave us today, right? We can actually take that in the deep core of our hearts and deepen our kirtans, deepen our sadhana and our prayer, so that Krishna can send him more and more to us. So as Prabhuji was mentioning that Krishna's compassion, right, Radharani's compassion can be felt through so many different ways. I was just thinking that today, for all of us, Radharani's compassion has come through him. The fact that he's here, he's sent by Radha and Krishna to us. So at this time, let us express our deepest gratitude to Prabhuji for extending himself and coming here and being with us, and the sweet kirtans and the meditations he shared. So let us do that by loudly chanting Hari Bol 3 times.
Hari Bol!
I feel that somehow I think because of the kirtan our throat has gotten a little tired. I definitely think that we can do much louder. Please join me, and that is going to be our request to him, that Prabhuji, please come again soon. So let's do the loudest Hari Bol ever, 3 times, please. Hari Bol! Thank you very much. Prabhuji, thank you so much for coming and blessing us. Hare Krishna.
Very happy.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very happy to see everybody. See you all happy and enthusiastic.
We seek your blessings that we can continue to chant here and continue to expand the Kirtan movement in this place.
There's nothing else to do. You know, there's a song glorifying the holy name, and the last line is Harinameva Kevalam, and it means there's nothing but the holy name. There's nothing in this world of any value, great value. This is what we're supposed to be doing, and that love for Krishna, it's within all of us. It just will someday gush out. It's there. You just have to keep digging. You know, like you're digging for oil. You know, one day you'll hit it by chanting, and this flood of love will come out of your heart. It'll be a wonderful day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we have Prasadam now. Chant the Prasadam prayers. Mahaprasade Govinde.
Namo Brahmane Vaishnave. Swapapunyavitam Rajam. Vishvashanaya Vajayate. Sarira Vijato. Rajendriya Taheka. Jivekale Visaya Sagare. Dharmade Jivayati. Lavamaya Sadharmati. Takita Sakati kathina samsare.
कठिन संसारे
Krishna Bora Doyamoy.
कृष्ण बोलो दयामय
Hare Jiva Joy.
हरे जीव जय
Prasad in the Dilo Bhai.
प्रसाद
Sanamrita Pao. Radha Krishna Gunagao.
राधा कृष्ण गुरु गाओ
Emideko Shri Chaitanya Nitai.
प्रेम रखो श्री चैतन्य निताय
Jai Nimai, Jai Nitai.
Jai Nitai, Jai Nitai.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
कृष्णा हरे
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol.
Yep. I'm gonna stop it right now. I know, it's just been a little bit a lot. I know. I know we usually do, but it's just been like so much going on. I know.
looks like we have also
Yeah, we should.